Nashville City Cemetery opened in 1822 in this permanent location, which is just south of downtown. These tranquil 27 acres hold distinctive monuments, impressive tombstones, and unique markers which memorialize a cross-section of citizens, city founders, and leaders. The cemetery has benefited from restoration and preservation initiatives over the many decades and has also endured periods of neglect and vandalism. The Nashville government committed to a renewed effort to restore the cemetery in 2006. The Davidson County Master Gardeners partner with the city to maintain the historically accurate gardens that complement the grounds and grave sites. I'm with Bob Mather, president of the Davidson County Master Gardeners and on the board of the Nashville City Cemetery. Hi, Bob.
Hi,
and
welcome.
Thanks for having us, and I'm beguiled by this sign here on this bur oak. Tell me about your whole tree thing going on here at the cemetery.
Well, for a long time, we've been wanting to establish an arboretum here at the Nashville City Cemetery. There are 3 master gardeners on the board of the city cemetery right now.
Great.
So we, along with my co-chair of this project for the master gardeners, identified about 30 trees.
Right.
And applied to the Nashville Big Tree Foundation to get established as an arboretum. So this spring we were named.
Yay.
And of course this mighty bur oak was one of the trees that got us here.
Look at that. That's the burr for which the oak is named, that acorn with that fuzzy cup. I've seen other big oaks. There's a huge holly over there. Really
Magnolias,
beautiful.
we have the southern magnolia. The good old hackberry tree, we have those too.
Big sassafras.
Big sassafras too. We identified one variety of each tree, and they'll be marked throughout the cemetery.
Wonderful, lots of native, wonderful trees. It certainly lends a wonderful atmosphere to the place.
Well, it makes it a park.
Yeah, it is. It's really beautiful. So, Bob, tell me what the Master Gardeners do here at the cemetery.
Right now, we're in the oldest part of the city cemetery.
I can see that.
Was established in the 1820s.
Wow.
These boxwoods were planted back in the 40s by the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Oh.
And over the time, no one really took care of them. These were all grown over the path. You couldn't even walk up here. So Master Gardeners decided, well, we need to teach people how to trim boxwoods. Why not have a boxwood trimming each year? So in February, we have a new class of Master Gardeners. They come out, learn how to trim them, and we get our boxwoods trimmed. So these have been about 5 years now.
Well, they look beautiful.
They're growing much better now.
Oh,
they're
yeah, and
from
they've been
inside.
opened up. Yeah, I can see that. They're not full of junk inside. That's wonderful. Well, and that's mutual back scratching. People are learning the right thing, it's good for the park.
And some members of the board at the Nashville City Cemetery come and learn how to do theirs, and we've had some landscapers come and learn.
Awesome.
So we like to teach everyone.
I'm with Catherine Atwell, who's co-chair of the Davidson County Master Gardeners project here at the Nashville City Cemetery. Hi, Catherine.
Hello.
And I want you to tell me about this wonderful grave we're coming up on.
Okay, there are several, well actually there are 17 of these in the Nashville City Cemetery. This happens to be a double one. It has a headboard, a footboard, and side rails.
It's almost like a bed.
It is. This was almost like a double bed. And it so happens that in this particular one, there are 2 sisters that are buried here.
Oh.
Now, we also have them that are single, and they were meant to have flowers planted in them.
And obviously they do. That's really lovely. I see lots of sedum here.
Yes.
And you were saying that you try to keep the plantings appropriate?
We try to keep the plantings from the middle 1860s.
Okay.
That would have been when a lot of these were planted, this type of sedum.
Right, you would have found these in gardens at that point.
Yes, yes.
Catherine, obviously, Mayor Ben West is buried here.
He is. Actually, at this time, he is the last mayor buried here. Any mayor in Nashville can be buried here. That is just part of the city cemetery.
Right.
We have 15 former mayors buried here.
15?
The very first one being Felix Robinson. A few years ago in our Living History tour, Ben West's son came out and dressed and portrayed his dad at the Living History tour, which was pretty neat. I think people enjoyed that because, of course, a lot of people still remember Ben West.
Sure, he was big in Nashville history. Catherine, this looks like another great example of the era-appropriate gardens.
It is. We try to keep all of our plants within like the 1860. In this bed, of course, we have the old blue iris.
Yep, I can see you cut it back, but yep, there
We
it is.
have. We actually have one daylily that is blooming.
Yeah, it's still going. That's great. It's wonderful.
Amsonia blue, which blooms blue flowers.
Your butterflies are loving this, I
Yes,
see.
yes. The marigolds, they seem to really like.
Yeah, they sure do.
Actually, the asters we have in here. Let's see, we have rose campion. Those that look, those are rose campion. Those
Right,
bloom.
the little grayish ones.
Yes,
right.
they bloom a tiny white flower.
That's really pretty. It's beautiful, really beautiful. Well, I can see that this is a really great place to come, and you can do almost self-guided tours. You've got kiosks around that explain
This is
things.
true. This is true.
And people can get information online at
the Nashville City Cemetery.org.
.org, and that's tour information, both guided and just information about the cemetery.
Yes.
And folks, you can buy this book there.
You can get that online also.
It's a wonderful, wonderful historical treatise on this cemetery. It's really handy to have, really interesting stuff. If you love history, this is a great place to come.
It is.
And I just want to thank you for sharing this with us. It's just, like I say, an undiscovered gem. Who knew? I didn't.
Well, thank you for coming and visiting us.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.